My understanding is that you went out with this protector of yours who swore that you were his adopted godson.
Yes, yes.
Went out, in fact, and helped in the confiscation of property from the Jews.
That's right, yes.
I mean, that sounds like an experience that would send lots of people to the psychiatric couch for many, many years. Was it difficult?
Not at all. Not at all. Maybe as a child you don't see the connection, but it created no problem at all.
No feeling of guilt?
No.
For example, that I'm Jewish, and here I am watching these people go, I could just as easily be there. I should be there. None of that.
I could be on the other side, or I could be the one from whom the thing is being taken away.
So what you just saw there was an excerpt from the 60 Minutes interview with none other than George Soros. That was taken some time ago. Now, the reason that I'm showing you this video is because for the last 6.5 weeks or so, the Hungarian government has been actively involved in an anti-Soros billboard campaign all across Hungary. Now, the reason that I'm speaking about this today is because this campaign has naturally sparked a lot of controversy all across Hungary. As we know, Hungary has quite a large Jewish population, and many of these Jews are quite split on their perceptions and opinions of George Soros. A lot of people see him as this very successful philanthropist, humanitarian, donator, and generally a very successful Good Samaritan who donated a lot to Hungary, built up their infrastructure and their institutions, etc., etc. And on the other side, the Hungarian people, such as Viktor Orban, see Soros as nothing other than a opportunistic and psychopathic globalist, who is essentially looking to flood Hungary with migrants, destroy national sovereignty, and undermine the government and destroy Hungarian borders. So the people of Hungary are very split on their perceptions of Soros, and naturally this campaign has invoked quite a lot of controversy. Now, the funniest thing about this is that George Soros, who of course is a Jew, came out a few days ago and said that this campaign is sparking this new wave of anti-Semitism across Hungary. And this is quite ironic, considering the fact that Soros was actually the one who pointed out his fellow Jews to the Nazis in World War II and was essentially responsible for evicting many of them and killing many of them. So here he is pulling the anti-Semitism card when he's the one that was actually responsible for killing many of his Jewish fellows back in World War II. Now, at the same time that all of this is happening, we also have the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visiting Hungary. And just a few days ago, an Israeli ambassador actually came out and said, well, hey, look, Viktor Orban, this campaign against Soros is actually very anti-Semitic, and I don't think it's doing any good for the Jewish communities across Hungary. And what's funny is that Netanyahu actually retracted that statement and said, whoa, hold on for a second, we never said that. We fully support your campaign against Soros. We in Israel don't like Soros. He's been trying to undermine our government for ages now. He's been, funding various Palestinian groups, yada, yada, yada. So it's a very, very interesting situation that's sort of unfolding in Hungary, with Jews on both sides, with the globalists and, of course, Jewish globalists, of course, and Netanyahu, who you can label a Zionist as well. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how this unravels. It's interesting to see that Israeli Jewish politicians are now standing behind this growing European nationalist populist movement. Obviously, there are many strategic factors involved in this, but as I said, it's going to be quite interesting to see where this goes, and quite interesting to see how the fight between the Jewish globalists and the other parties continues to unravel.